YouTube, what's going on? My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and today I have 3 fatal flaws of the Galaxy S6. Hey guys, I've been on the record to say that the Galaxy S6 has the potential to be the phone of the year. On March 1st, during their press conference, they actually said a lot of things that got a lot of people excited, including myself. I went on Twitter and started saying stuff like, Samsung is back. I'm going to be in line April 10th. Don't worry, I'll be there. I'm going to have mine in hands. I said stuff like that, but I think it's time for us to sort of pump the brakes a little bit and look at a few things that could be potential game changers for this device. Now, before you guys think I'm just being super negative and saying that it fails at everything, let me tell you something. The camera is phenomenal. The design is amazing, and the software is supposed to be a little better. So I'm not saying this thing is terrible, but there are 3 fatal things that we need to discuss right now. So let's make this very simple. The Galaxy S6 is a unibody design. That means you can't open it up. So what Samsung is doing, you can't remove the back, so you can't put a different battery in there. That's a big deal for a lot of people who love Samsung or just use Samsung devices. And you may ask, what's the point of having removable batteries if the battery life is a lot better? Well, I had the same question. I actually talked to a few people online, and a lot of people from around the world, and sometimes they keep phones longer than 2 years. I know it's crazy for you and I to think that, but there are people that keep phones longer than 2 years, or they do hand-me-downs. And come and think about it, I actually did a hand-me-down with my Nexus 4 to my dad, and he's complaining about his battery life. Battery life isn't forever. I mean, you can charge a battery only so many times because the molecules break and rebuild and break and rebuild and break and rebuild. And every time they rebuild, they become less strong. So with that being said, if you charge a Galaxy S6, I'm getting the edge, S6 for so many years and so much time, there's going to be a time where that battery no longer works. There is an expiration date on batteries. By putting a battery in your device and you can't change it, that means you're putting an expiration date on that device. Now, there's no SD card expansion, and I'm surprised that Samsung continued to put SD card slots in the device. It's a welcomed addition. I mean, you can buy a 16 gig device and throw a 200 gigabyte SD card in there. Yes, 200 gigabytes SD card is real. Look it up. You could put that in your device and have a 216 gigabyte device. Wow. But, Samsung now is just doing the tiered phones. So we have the 32 gigabyte phone, 64 gigabyte phone, 128 gigabyte phone. Now, if you're doing different sizes, obviously you shouldn't have SD cards, because then I'd buy a 32 gigabyte phone and put a 32 gigabyte SD card in there for 20 bucks and get a 64 gigabyte device. So there's no longer the SD card slot in a device anymore. Now, that's pretty standard nowadays. You're not going to see many devices with that built into it. So it's not really a terrible thing, but it is something that's different, and a lot of people used to love that about Samsung. Kind of a side note, people are saying that Samsung used to put SD card slots in devices because they didn't have cloud storage to sell. Think about that for a second. Now, to stay on the design, for some reason, they're not using front-facing speakers. For the love of God, why? Why? Why, Samsung? Tell me, why do you not do this? Waterproofing is gone, or shall I say waterproofing, because it disappeared. All right, that was a bad joke. I didn't write that one. Someone else said it on Google+. I promise. Look, I know it's a new design. I know they have the curved screens on the edge, and I know that the unibody and metal and all that stuff. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But you got to find a way to incorporate waterproofing your device, especially if that was a selling point of your last device. I mean, people come to expect it from you now. It's like saying, hey, we have this great new feature, but you take it away next year. I mean, that's what EA Sports does when it comes to John Madden. They give you a new feature, take it away the next year, just to bring it back again. I mean, it's frustrating because, you may not think that waterproofing is a big deal on a phone. Like, hey, I don't need that, I don't care. But it's one less thing you need to worry about. I mean, water damage is something that's legit, and it can really affect your phone. There's a lot of people that drop their phone in lakes, puddles, and of course, demon babies. Yes, babies that are demons. They will take your phone, throw it in the toilet, spill something on it. It's the last thing you need to worry about. And I guess I can no longer take my phone now to the hot tub, because I take my S5 to the hot tub and I have my Jaybird wireless Bluetooth headphones that are water resistant, and I listen to music at the hot tub and I control the music. I may answer a tweet or two. I may check a YouTube video at the hot tub. And I think that's super cool, and it sucks that we no longer are getting that anymore. And there it is, guys. That was my 3 or so fatal flaws of the Galaxy S6. What are yours? Leave it down below and I will respond to you. I respond to every single message. That's not crazy. All right, guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel for more great videos, giveaways, and reviews. Take care, guys.